play and continue to do everything that the pro team does, but we will be broadcasting the pro games. All right, and that's where the pro salary comes in. Everybody has a salary, period. But the pro salary reflects that their skill level. Pro. You heard me, everybody gets a salary. Everybody. No matter what level you play on, no matter what division. Why? I'm about to get into it in a second. It's called the Havillah hollow coins. All right. So we covered insurance. All right. Right now, our main sponsors, you guys know, Gen Mobile. Under Gen Mobile is a subdivision under G-Tel USA, quadruple OG Union Tel. Quadruple OG Union Tel. All right. The parent company was G-Tel, but our investment and our branding and marketing is the quadruple OG Union Tel. Back in the day, they used to have a company called Ma Bell, Philadelphia Bell. All right. So we brought back Philadelphia USA Bell Telephone and quadruple OG Union Tel, Philadelphia USA, Mom Bell. All right. Not BAAL, BELL, like Wedding Bell Tower Ministry. All right. So, Gen Mobile, $32 billion. We created an endowment fund to make sure that the people who got locked out of school during COVID do not end up with the statistics that it says because of the dropout factory. So we're going to keep the promise that the federal government failed on. That's what we do. So the $32 billion tangible investment to get tablets and cell phones and internet service and to teach e-commerce. Our partner Don Howard down in St. Petersburg, I think it's 1618 South 16th Street. Man, I hope I'm not messing that up. I'll post it. Pit Stop Communications. We have that's the home base for our economic training. Don Howard and Lois Howard and my two nephews, Barrington and Bradley, have been doing phenomenal and are teaching individuals e-commerce. We have several groups of individuals that we are lifesavers to. The aging out population across the country. We are the number one individuals saving the lives of those aging out. If you are aging out anywhere in the country, if you are in the 23,000, turning 19 and don't know where to go, this is the heaven on earth for you. 23,000 annually age out of the Department of Children and Family Services, meaning they did not get adopted. And so then they are told that they have to figure it out on their own, and they no longer get food stamps. They no longer get any type of financial assistance, and 23,000 of them end up homeless annually. Unacceptable. So we have an economic development school. Because if you could teach somebody finance and economics, no matter what their background is, and if over a period of time they can learn the principles of economics, they could get back on their feet. Pastor Lewis and his Ray of Light Advent Ministries, Ray of Light Resource and Development Center has a dignified re-entry program for individuals coming out of prison. Same thing with this community. Same thing. If you can get into our program, and we're talking about providing housing, everything, one-stop shop, housing, transportation to and from court-appointed, mandated visits to wherever you have to go, whether it's mental health, whether it's community service, whatever it is. He calls it dignified re-entry, but you have the aging out population, you have the prison population, you have the homeless population. The Homeless Coalition in Orlando, Florida has produced a great gem in our city called Joshua Footman. And what Joshua Footman and his sister and his mother went through, that so many broken families end up going through. When a family separates and divorces, the number one thing for causing divorce is normally finances. And so they ended up homeless in the Orlando Homeless Coalition. And Joshua Footman turned that whole thing around from the Orlando Homeless Coalition to starting a family of his own, and then investing in a interlocking brick that we are proud to be able to create a school to teach individuals how to use his proprietary brick that you can only get through him here in Florida. And we've created a school to partner with Josh. And now we've created construction games. And we're partnering with Home Depot and Joshua Footman. And we're going to take individuals and we're going to teach them how to use his brick. We're going to put them in a 10-week course here in a local college to teach them the basics in construction. Josh has a course. We have another course. And then we also have virtual reality course to speed up the learning process and the learning curve. And then we're physically going to take individuals after each of those 10 weeks, and we're going to have a construction games. And we're going to see where your skill level is at. And then during the construction games, just like the individuals who are going to go pro, we're going to find real projects that we have going on, because we have a real estate investment trust fund, a REIT, a real estate investment trust fund, like for instance, Adonai Community Mission. Our hospital system is based off of the very first, we still in what you guys like to call Black History Month. So in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, where the dean of our high school, Dean Green, is from, the Hill neighborhood in Pittsburgh, the very first ambulatory service ever in the country, the very first ambulatory service. There were no ambulances coming and picking people up anywhere in the country. Nowhere. In Pittsburgh, at the height of the 60s, where it was riot and violence and all of that, and police didn't even like going into this neighborhood. People would get sick and they would send the paddy wagons in to pick them up, and they was dying in transport. They was dying at the house. There was no such thing as an ambulatory service. And in that neighborhood, our people of color, in the same neighborhood where our Dean Green is from, created the ambulance system. Shout out to Manny Jean Louis and Angel Jean Louis, who sent this to me. And when I did the research, it all added up. And so Our hospital system is based off of the same exact Dean Green Hill neighborhood. And so our real estate investment trust invests in hospital systems, invests in, this is a category of commercial real estate that we invest in. We have many different categories, but I'm giving you an example of one of them. The hospital system and the school that goes, so we have a hospital system and we have the school that produces the individuals that work in our hospital system, whether it's occupational therapy, physical therapy, all of the degree programs. We have a school and a hospital system itself. And then we, of course, we have, because my wife's passion is caring for the elderly, she and I both have passions. At 8 years old, both of our lives was changed. Mine's in the area of mental health with my uncle Reginald Leggett, and hers in the area of stroke patients. Our grandmother, Esther Marie Glenn Esther Mari, had a stroke when my wife was 8 years old. And when I was 8 years old, around the same time, my uncle was diagnosed with mental health disease, okay? And so both of our lives was impacted. And so to care for the individuals in both of these groups, we have a real estate investment trust specializing in the aging community, where we provide the level of care that my wife was providing for her grandmother. You can't find this care in just some nursing home facility. Nowhere in the country will you find the amenities, the price, the care, the quality care, the love that you will find in the facilities that we invest in. Because we are treating your parents and your loved one like they are our loved one, Esther, and like they are our loved one, Reginald Leggett. Same thing with our mental health real estate investment trust. So I said all of that to say the individuals going through our construction games will be hired to build these facilities that we're investing in. That's why we have to have a constant pool of individuals going through the school, constant pool of individuals. And that's why every quarter we're doing the tournament and the games. Understand? Because we always are finding new properties to invest in. We are always buying, and we will always be building and developing. So we will always be hiring. All right. And just to let you know, right now, going on right now, Orange County Convention Center. Right now, when I tell you our construction games are coinciding with our neighborhood games, right here, Orlando, Florida, Orange County Convention Center. So if you want to learn a skill and get paid from working in our real estate investment trust, then you need to respond to these career development expos. Once again, this is from the expo going on. This is the Construction Games Expo. Builder Industry News. Just just in case y'all weren't sure if Pro Remodeler Expo going on right now. Okay, so all of the games are going on, the sports games, but also the construction games. Then, what's important about GTEL, I'm going to show y'all. Remember, I told y'all, everybody's going to have a minimum of 4 streams of income. And ET and I, when we first started, we were reading a book. When we were in Oakwood University, we were reading a book. It's called The Richest Man in Babylon. All right? The Richest Man in Babylon. And the richest man in Babylon, by the way, that is me. Because when I was inspired to model the very first motion picture production that we were going to do from Hollywood Studios, I was inspired to choose from the story of Esther because of my wife's 50th year jubilee. And she is Esther, the third coming of Esther. Her grandmother was Esther, so she's Esther. So we decided to do Queen Esther, but the king in Queen Esther's life is King Cyrus, the king who destroyed Babylon. So this is a full circle moment for me, that when we started and we got married in that group with E.T., Kanisha and I, to be studying and economically studying The Richest Man in Babylon, and then on her 50th birthday and our 30th wedding anniversary, to be producing the motion picture Queen Esther based off of King Cyrus and Queen Esther, the richest man in Babylon and the richest queen in Babylon. Richest king, richest queen in Babylon. But the book taught every income should have offspring. When God says, be fruitful and multiply, replenish the earth and subdue it. The book took that principle and they teach you how to make your income stream have an offspring. Be fruitful and multiply. And you will have wealth when you take an income, one income, and you turn it into 4 incomes. And then every income that you create, you're supposed to create offspring for every income. Richest man in Babylon. All right. So what are the 4 income streams that make up the 5-year, $10 million contract? Modeling, paid for pro recreation, paid for being trained in our lifesaver university that I just was telling y'all about. And then I'm excited to tell y'all, you could get paid by the #1 motivational speaker in the country, Dr. E.T. the Hip Hop Preacher. Dr. E.T. the Hip Hop Preacher just released an affiliate program. And he has created a monetary system to pay individuals who market and promote his upcoming events. You heard me. So if you're already playing in the league, and we're already using Dr. E.T. the Hip Hop Preacher at our events, so you'll already have fans and family members and loved ones who are in love